Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to St. Christopher's Church. Today it is a great honor and privilege to welcome the United States Academy Naval Band. And today we have the Trombone Ensemble. So without further ado, welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you all for being here today. I'm Chief Musician Dan Kaufman. On tenor trombone, we have Musicians First Class Andrew Leister, Nicholas Hogg, Stephen Farrell, and on bass trombone, we have Chief Musician Clint Woltering. We are so excited and thrilled to be here today. We love playing in this venue. It's so boomy. It's like perfect for trombone playing. We absolutely love being here. So thank you all for joining us. I also wanted to mention that we are also celebrating the Navy's 250th birthday this year, which is really exciting. At any given moment, there are almost 100 ships and submarines stationed around the world and deployed. So, if you get a moment during the recital or after, or maybe getting ready for dinner or before bed, I just wanted to recommend and suggest you guys take a moment and just think about the sailors that are stationed overseas, deployed, and away from their families, protecting us so that we can present really cool stuff like this safely at home. So that first piece we played for you was the Overture to Magic Flute by Mozart, really fun arrangement for trombone quartet. The next piece, to continue the theme of stealing music for other instruments, is Tchaikovsky's String Quartet in D, Andante Cantabile. We really hope you enjoy.
Well, once again, thank you all so much for coming out. It's great to be here with you over here on Kent Island. It's nice to be back here. Used to spend a lot of time over here back when I lived here a couple of years ago, so it's always fun driving out here and seeing my old stomping grounds. The next piece these guys are going to play is two movements of a piece called Dioscuri by Saskia Apon. So the legend of the Dioscuri is from Greek mythology. It talks about two brothers, Castor and Pollux. They were born to Zeus, and Pollux was part divine, meaning he was immortal and actually born from an egg. As I was researching this, I learned that Greek mythology is very weird. Ultimately, throughout their lives, they had all sorts of exploits. And Zeus allowed Pollux to share his immortality with his brother Castor, and ultimately they became the constellation Gemini, which is still in our night sky. Saskia Apon, the composer, is actually a harpist and self-taught composer, which is quite amazing for the quality of work that she puts out. But she has actually made her career not as a harpist, but as the composer in residence for the Rotterdam Philharmonic's brass section. So we hope you enjoy the first two movements of Saskia Apon's Dioscuri.
They're always at the wrong height. To kind of give a little palate cleanser after that, we're going to play a short piece by Debussy. It's called The Girl with the Flaxen Hair. I am certain most of you have heard it at some point in your life, either in the background of TV, movie, whatever. It's originally for piano, and it's, compared to a lot of Debussy, a lot simpler, and it's just kind of a nice listen, and on trombones especially, it's very beautiful. So here is Debussy's The Girl with the Flaxen Hair.
Hello and good afternoon, everybody. I'm musician first class Nicholas Hogg, and thanks for having us today. We're really excited to be here. So the next piece that we will perform for y'all is a piece by Norwegian composer Edvard Grieg. And in the world of classical music, Grieg has become a household name with his great orchestral works like his piano concerto in A minor, the Peer Gynt Suite, and In the Hall of the Mountain King. But there's another Norwegian composer that's not known very well outside of Norway, and his name is Rikard Nordraak. And he actually composed the Norwegian national anthem at only the age of 17, which is very impressive. Him and Grieg were contemporaries, and when they met, they developed a close friendship, and they worked together for several years. And one of their goals was to incorporate nationalistic themes into their music, which we hear a lot of in Grieg's music. So, Edvard Grieg was on a trip to Rome, and he received a letter in the mail. And that letter said that his friend, Rikard Nordraak, had fallen ill and died suddenly at the age of 23. So, that moment when he received the letter, Grieg went to the piano and he composed his funeral march. Now, this march was very near and dear to Grieg's heart, as he took the score with him everywhere, and he made several arrangements throughout his career. Even at Grieg's own funeral, this funeral march was played. So when we play this, we'll all be able to feel the feelings that Grieg was going through, the sorrow and the grief, as well as some of the more joyous moments. So here is Funeral March.
Well, again, thank you all so much. It's a tremendous pleasure to get to play in such a beautiful hall like this. We're so grateful for the opportunity. This, as you can already sort of tell from listening, this is a very unique type of ensemble. You'd think about a lot of chamber groups, you think of string quartets, maybe some brass quintets and things like that, but a trombone ensemble, a trombone quartet, or especially a quintet, like on that piece, you hear like the homogeneous, like low brass sound, and it really brings out like a lot of pretty impressive emotions. And you've probably already heard here, we've got a wide range of different characteristics the trombone's able to do. The next two pieces we have, the last two pieces on our program, I'll just introduce this next one here, is a piece written, it's original work for a trombone quartet written by Frank Galino. And he was local to the DC area for a long time. He's another trombonist and has become really one of the foremost modern brass composers of our time. He's written countless works for brass, various brass instruments, brass configurations, most notably a lot of trombone work. He's a dear friend of mine, and we've sort of bonded over the years. One thing that's fantastic about him writing for trombone, since he plays it, he understands all of the idiosyncrasies of the instrument. So what you're about to hear, this piece, The Deputy, it lays very, very well on the instrument. It's just a beautiful melody to listen to. One thing he and I have sort of bonded over is our shared love of movie music, and that sort of like that style. So if you listen to a Frank Galino piece, you can rest assured that you're going to be able to walk away humming the melody. And this one evokes, as the name sort of suggests, it evokes like the old-timey westerns, the cowboys, Bonanza, things of that sort of nature. So without further ado, we hope you enjoy The Deputy.
Thank you all for being here this afternoon. As Clint mentioned, we've got one more piece for you all. It's in your program. I didn't recognize it by this name. I think you'll recognize it, but I don't want to give away too much. On behalf of our director, Lieutenant Luis Espinosa, I wanted to thank St. Christopher's for being such a wonderful host this afternoon. Thank you all for being here. Yes. Thank you all so much for being here, and we hope you have a nice rest of your day. Take it away, guys.
To the Trombone Ensemble, we thank you very much for coming to the eastern shore of Maryland, here on Kent Island, and we will most certainly offer prayers for the Navy shipmen and women, and for all of our armed forces, for the protection that they avail to us, and for the dignity that we can live in freedom, and to pray to our God as we see fit. So thank you so very much for sharing your music and the quality of such expertise. It is, there's nothing like being in the presence of true music and real music. So it's good to hear in our church the wonderful music that you present. And for all of us who are receivers, we just again say thank you so very much.